Amazon Prime released their latest original series, A League of Their Own, on August 12, adding to an already impressive slate of television content. Although they've branched out to more original projects in recent years, their extensive back catalog is actually where they might have the best stuff. There are thousands of TV shows available on the streaming service, with some of the best coming from the 2000s. While that includes big hitters like House, How I Met Your Mother, and Scrubs, there are even more hidden gems available that have been forgotten to time or were just overlooked over the years. Half and Half, 2002-2006, usually, a show that is considered a hidden gem is one that was so little seen that it likely only lasted a season or two. Half and Half is a slightly different case as it lasted 4 seasons and nearly 100 episodes, yet people still don't seem to really remember it. That might be because it aired on UPN, which wasn't exactly a network that brought in huge ratings. Half and Half took place in San Francisco and told the story of two half-sisters who were estranged as children and finally developed a relationship in their 20s. Black sitcoms were unfortunately rare during the 2000s, which helped this series stand out just a bit. It also holds up quite well all these years later. Teachers, 2001-2004. These days, Andrew Lincoln is one of the most recognizable actors in the world thanks to his long-running role as Rick Grimes on The Walking Dead. It was an intense dramatic part, but interestingly, Lincoln first broke out in the world of comedy on the British series Teachers, where he played the lead role throughout season 1 before it became more of an ensemble piece. The show worked because it kept the premise simple, following the lives of a group of teachers in and outside their daily jobs. Having it available on streaming services in the United States allows more people to get a look at this BAFTA-nominated series. The more you watch, the more you'll see that Lincoln isn't the only familiar face who shows up. Clash of the Titans, 2006-2008, an obvious but still clever play on the iconic Clash of the Titans name. Clash of the Titans was an animated series that attempted something interesting. Instead of taking place thousands of years ago during the heyday of the Greek gods, it has a modern setting and focuses on their descendants. These characters in the 21st century work together to protect the world from evil forces. Although it only lasted 2 seasons, Clash of the Titans still features more than 50 episodes, meaning there's enough content for anyone just starting the show to get fully immersed in the world. H20, Just Add Water, 2006-2010. On the surface, you might not think that H2O, Just Add Water is a hidden gem because it actually has a strong history with a syndicated run in Australia. It also had impressive ratings on a worldwide scale, yet there are still so many people who don't even know it exists. For one thing, fans of The Vampire Diaries will want to check it out. Although the storylines have nothing in common, the show does feature Claire Holt and Phoebe Tonkin, who starred in the franchise as Rebecca and Haley, respectively. H2O, Just Add Water is about a trio of mermaids who must juggle their powers with the struggles of an everyday teenager. Jackie Chan Adventures, 2000-2005. There's no doubt that Jackie Chan is one of the greatest names in the history of cinema. Known for his breathtaking action sequences, charming charisma, and penchant for doing his own stunts, Jackie Chan is basically a real-life superhero to the point where he had a cartoon made with him as the star. Jackie Chan Adventures followed the titular actor, but a fictionalized version who doubled as an archaeologist and special agent. He spent an impressive 5 seasons battling threats that were even supernatural at times. With nearly 100 total episodes, you can enjoy plenty of Jackie Chan action if you give this a shot. Ghost Stories, 2000-2001. So little is actually known about Ghost Stories that it's hard to even tell if it was a hit when it originally aired. Based on a popular manga of the same name, Ghost Stories focused on a group of kids and a cat who fight off paranormal entities in their hometown. The manga itself was a success through the 90s, and the adaptations included a 4-part film series in the back half of the decade. The TV series featured eye-catching animation and an engaging set of characters, though it only lasted 20 episodes before ending its run. It would be best to watch this with subtitles as the English dub is notoriously strange with significant changes made to the story and dialogue. The Virgin Queen, 2005. It seems like more than ever these days, there are fantastic miniseries airing on TV or on various streaming platforms. Some of the best have actually flown under the radar, including 2005's The Virgin Queen, which originally aired on BBC and consisted of 4 parts. The miniseries told the story of the life of Queen Elizabeth I. That's interesting enough on its own, but the show gets better when you consider that Anne-Marie Duff is great as the Queen and Tom Hardy shines in an early supporting role as Robert Dudley, 1st Earl of Leicester. Fans of the actors or the genre are sure to love this. Elfen Lied, 2004. Along the same lines as the aforementioned Ghost Stories, Elfen Lied is an adaptation of a successful manga series. The story centered around 2 college students who meet a seemingly harmless girl, only to discover that she's a serial killer mutant with a split personality. The anime spans just over a dozen episodes, but it tells a gripping tale in that time. Dealing with themes of identity, prejudice, discrimination, abuse, and more, Elfen Lied manages to be as poignant as it is exciting. Throw in some gorgeous animation and this series was a clear winner.